Hey my dear friends, Sam Haymart with Test Driven TV. Arguably one of the largest automotive news stories of the year is the reveal of the all-new 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser. It's back, man. So we're going to have a good look at it inside and out and talk about the high points, but I'm really going to give you my take on why it's important. When the 2024 Lexus GX was unveiled earlier this year, looking awfully retro in its form and in the roofline details, I knew right then that something was up. I knew right then that we would see a Toyota variant of the midsize body-on-frame SUV. The trick was on me though. I honestly thought that it would be the new 4Runner, not a new more affordably positioned Land Cruiser. Yay for more affordable. Starting in the mid-$50,000 range instead of nearly $100,000 like before, the 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser for North America is based on a slightly smaller, let's call it mid-size variation of the TNGA-F global truck platform. Smaller than the Sequoia, larger than the 4Runner. With a 112-inch wheelbase and a length of 193 inches, it comes in 15 inches shorter than the full-size Sequoia and about 3 inches longer than the current 4Runner in both wheelbase and length. With its decidedly retro and boxy styling, its silhouette has nice muscular proportions without the in-your-face himbo went-to-the-gym styling flourishes seen in the new 2024 Tacoma lineup. It's a little more mature and statesmanlike in its presentation, yet still has hair on its chest. As such, for its first year, the Toyota Land Cruiser will be available in 3 trim grades. The base model is called Land Cruiser 1958. It looks basic and traditional for sure. It has the old school round headlights, but they're LED and they bookend a Toyota big letter grille. Standard are fog lamps down below. Next up the ladder is the well-loaded one, simply called Land Cruiser. It has rectangular LED headlights, rigid LED fog lights, and a more premium-looking grille and more body color skins. It has a bit more of a modern look that rings Land Rover Defender in a way that I'm sure is no accident. Then there's the first-year Land Cruiser First Edition, limited to 5,000 units, which gets the retro-round headlights, lots of unique call-outs, including special two-tone paint combos, and some extra off-road equipment to butch it up. They all get 18-inch wheel standard to make room for standard 17-inch four-wheel disc brakes, which contribute to its 6,000-pound tow capacity. They all get double wishbone front suspension and a multi-link floating solid axle rear suspension. Modern electronic power steering is there too, along with a disconnecting front sway bar on the top trim grades. Unlike the Lexus GX 550, the Land Cruiser uses the smaller 2.4-liter turbocharged 4 and hybrid 8-speed automatic transmission with an integrated 48-horsepower electric motor just introduced in the new Tacoma pickup. Here it'll offer 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque, aided by its 1.87 kilowatt-hour battery pack. The powertrain is backed up by a full-time four-wheel drive system featuring a 2-speed transfer case and a center-locking differential. Base models come with an automatic limited slip differential and an electronic locker on top-grade Land Cruiser. With its short overhangs, it has a maximum approach angle of 31 degrees, maximum departure of 22 degrees, and its best breakover angle is 25 degrees, and it has a ground clearance of 8.7 inches. The cabin, too, has a somewhat retro look and feel, though it is entirely modern in its equipment and features list. The base model Land Cruiser 1958 comes with black cloth seating trim and a standard 8-inch infotainment system. Stepping up to the Land Cruiser gets you heated and ventilated Softex vinyl seating with a choice of black or tan. Center stage is a more premium 12.3-inch infotainment system that can be upgraded further with a 14-speaker JBL sound system. Leather trim seats are also available as an option. Also, the First Edition gets much of what the top trim grade offers, plus special leather trim seats and First Edition logos throughout, just to name a few things. The 2024 Land Cruiser will be a premium product coming from production facilities in Japan instead of North America plants such as the Sequoia. It will go on sale here in the spring of 2024 starting in the mid-50,000s, which puts it square between the other two in the model range. You'll note that I did say between the other two. All indications so far are that this will not be replacing the 4Runner. No, a new 4Runner will be upon us at some point, replacing the current one, theoretically at a lower price point than this, because right now, Bronco and Wrangler, they start down where the 4Runner starts just about. So if Toyota got out of that category altogether, they'd really be losing quite a few pennies. So look for more news in the future about 4Runner. In the meantime, this is going to be a nice middle ground and a Land Cruiser that a lot more people can afford going down the line. And that really is the takeaway for me. It's that this is no longer an overloaded $100,000 rig that most people can't even touch, and really isn't that much different than the Lexus other than styling. And of course, here we do have a Lexus twin in the GX. And, you know, this is going to offer a nice choice, a little bit more of a rugged look and a retro look, which I love. So there you go. Now, I can't wait to test drive this. That will probably be sometime in 2024. Until then, you can see our latest video right there, but better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel right there and stay informed of when that test drive comes.